Welcome back, everyone, to Dreamhack Winter 2013 in Sweden. Golden Boy alongside Benson. aAa versus Fnatic has concluded. Fnatic ended up taking a W on that one. aAa conceded, unfortunately, because of a PC freeze that kept on happening in the Enix, which is super unfortunate. They figured they would just, they'll just be like, well, whatever. They felt like they should have won that whole series, and I kind of agree with them. They were on the money. They were dominating.
It was so close. They were so close to taking it. And as well as that, I want to update you guys on the open bracket as well. A lot of you guys have been tweeting at me saying, how are Epsilon doing? Some big fan base, obviously, Epsilon have around them. Epsilon won the first game against Exertus 2-0. They actually won the second game as well against Donuts by Heart, a Swedish team, 2-0 as well. So they are sitting pretty. They're currently at the top of their table. Just haven't lost yet. They're playing so well. Haven't even lost a map yet as well. So do watch out for them fighting their way through. But this next game, there's a lot of Dignitas fans in the chat. I know that for sure because I was in there speaking to you guys. But aAa, I don't know. What do you think, man?
Man, I think aAa is. I think so long as they don't have those issues with the PC freezing, which it won't because all the equipment was switched out, so everything's ready. I very well think aAa could come out on top and take the W, but that's not to say that I don't think Dignitas would actually show up here. I was actually talking with the boys in Dignitas a little while ago, and I was like, yeah, so you guys are like because Matros told me. He's like, Fnatic's like the #1 team, Dignitas the #2. So I was like, oh, so you guys are like the #2 team in Europe. And they were like, no, we're #1. So I don't know, man.
I like it.
I love the confidence. It's great. But I don't know, man. I think Dignitas, we haven't seen them play yet. This is going to be the first time they're on stream. And this is a killer group, by the way. I mean,
it's
Dignitas, aAa, 3D
right?
Max. You also have a Fnatic in here. It's way too many people.
It's very tough competition, and that's what you have when you have the best players in the world playing at your tournament. You're going to have groups just like that where the competition level is just so high. Every team desperately trying to fight their way out, and aAa, they've definitely they have a little bit of a putback now. Obviously losing that first game. Yeah. Can they try and bounce back now against Dignitas? That's going to be a question. But Dig, as you said, feeling very comfortable.
And of course, the battlefield is going to be played on Operation Locker. You can see that's going to be the A site here. B site's going to be inside of the cells, and C site by the helipad. So look for a lot of contention to go down actually by the C site. We see that quite a bit. C is a point that could really swing the game. On the other part of that one too, you are going to see players that are going to charge after A and B respectively. They're going to try and hold that one down. And most of the times you're going to end up seeing, if we can actually bring up the view here real fast so we can see the tabletop, you're going to see players actually, you can get A and B. And you could see, let's say if Dignitas does A and B, you may very well see aAa actually spawning over here right by the corner of the map. That could be a possibility. Of course, there will be a lot of contention, a lot of spawning going on here if they do manage to hold down A and B. But here we go. The match is underway. Both teams are going to be squaring off here. Who do you want to kick it off?
You know what? I want to see something. I want to see this Dignitas team. We haven't seen any of them yet. I'm really curious to see how they're going to play it. And Masu is actually 2-0 off the bat. Wow. He's not wasting any time at all. So I want to hop on board with him and see exactly what he's up to.
And well, Masu here, and I had a chance to meet all the players and actually get the proper, pronunciations of their names.
Is it Masu?
It's Masu.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. It's Masu.
Nailed it.
Masu, Henka, Jiquili. You have Nure. All right, okay, and cool. Walu. So Nure. But I'm probably just gonna say Nure.
I'm gonna do it properly. I'm gonna roll.
You're gonna roll your tongue?
Yeah, even when it gets.
You know how to roll. You know how to do the. Okay, very nice.
All right, Chewbacca,
oh my goodness. Let's. Hey. Whoa. Okay, it is a thing. I'm very talented when it comes to that. So it's a gift.
Anyway,
back to the action. Operation Locker, of course. We play two sides. We take the top total from the first side, add it to the second, and the team pretty much has to come up with the deficit there. We haven't really seen a crazy deficit until we saw that 106 ticket lead by Fnatic in that last one.
Especially in the first side as well. That was the big thing. It was in the first side. It wasn't necessarily just in the second side. Yeah. So there was so much for aAa to do. They just weren't able to do it. As right now, on board with Walu, he's actually just going to try and grab this flag. This is going to be big for Team Dignitas. You see, they have control of the Bravo flag, not the Charlie flag, and they are actually behind. They have a very small deficit, 189 to 177. Dignitas trying to put themselves back into the game.
I like what Syph is doing here, by the way. He's giving his team a spawn, and although they're going to spawn outside here, right, making their way over to B, so they are going to be able to get B. Syph is actually going to sit pretty by A and wait for that push to happen. So it seems like Drunk's actually going to be the LMS here in this, by B, I should say. But shots are going to be exchanged as Drunk having to drop back, and they might go after A now, try and go for that trip cap.
That's looking like a possibility right now. Drunk's just trying to make some plays. His teammates are going down beside him. You can see his squad trying to spawn on top of him. Ooh. As that Bravo flag is being taken away from them. Team Dignitas trying to put a little bit more pressure on aAa. Drunk's desperately just trying to find someone in his line of sight. There's going to be one. Managed to shut down Henka. He just dropped straight down next to him as... Let's stay with Drunks for now. He's 3-3 right now. Is just, again, allowing his squad to spawn on him. And that's something that's so crucial in competitive Battlefield. You know, it's pretty much as you were mentioning before. If you can hold down that spawn for one of your teammates, it just allows pushing for those objectives so much easier.
Yeah, and also you have to bear in mind too, right? The way that the spawning works in Battlefield 4 and Domination, most importantly, is it can at times, you know, catch you off guard, where a team, you know, could end up, if you're not careful, if you're not properly getting the cuts, the team, or the stops, I should say, the traps, then the other team could end up spawning behind you. So you have to be very cautious as to how you move. And to actually go ahead and check out the overview here, as you can see players spawning over here right by the back A side. You're going to have two members, as a matter of fact. Raiden is going to get cleaned up right away as we jump over to Enox. He was a player that was having trouble in that last game with his PC, but he's not doing too bad this time around. 7-2 was cleaned up, though, nonetheless. And taking a look here is Syph is going to be the one on our screen.
Syph currently 2-4. It's worth mentioning as well, Raiden only 3-6.
That's
He's been
right.
one of those players that we've been looking for to go big and make those big plays for aAa. Right now, Syph just making his way towards that C flag. Is he going to be able to put some pressure on it? Yes, he is. And he's going to have one person pushing towards him, taken out from the side. Didn't really have much he could do there. However, he does have a teammate just up top. That's going to be Tom. He's going to desperately try and keep that C flag in his possession. You can see as well, whilst this is going on, Golden Boy, that B flag, that's under contention as well. Yeah,
B is going to be actually taken here. You can see that, who's this? Enox, as a matter of fact. He's going to be in a position to be able to get that cap. So that's going to look good for him here. This B will go to aAa. They do have B. They lost A and C. He's going to be the last person left alive in his squad here. He is going to have a few, maybe one guy spawning off of him. Actually, I don't think he has anyone spawning off of him here. But now the push is going to happen to make their way inside of A. Let's see if this is going to unfold for them. Enox is going to get taken out as we jump over to Syph. Last man left alive. The entire squad has been cleaned up. Dignitas is on a roll.
Yeah, Dignitas are most definitely on a roll. And something to note as well is they kind of have that spawn trap, I want to say. They have that locked down because it's going to be aAa spawning over by that B flag. Now, all Dig need to do is just hold that C and A flag and just not allow aAa to push that A flag, which is exactly what I think. That's actually going to be massive. He's going to have a little bit of pressure on him right now. He needs to try and go big for his team. There's going to be a few aAa players rushing towards him. He's going to need to stay up for his team. Let's have a look if he can try and do so.
Yeah, there are actually going to be two players on the opposite side here. It's going to be Drunk. Masu is going to get taken out, jumping over to another member of Dignitas. It is going to be Henka, as Henka will push around here inside of the broken wall to see if he can make his way over to isolation. But I don't know. I think he might try and turn instead of go and assist his teammates maybe by A, or no, he's actually going to go straight for B and just make that cap happen. That's a pretty smart play on his part.
Well, the A flag is being taken away from them, so they desperately need to try and get this B flag to act as that trade-off. 133 to 109. Much closer game than we saw earlier on. However, it is going to be Dignitas in control, and aAa, they cannot afford to lose 2 games back-to-back. They're going to need to come back and come back strong. I mean, we've seen them. They are able to do that, right? They came back so many times against Fnatic. So I'm expecting to see something very similar in this game now against Dignitas.
It is definitely, you know, not within the, or not out of the realm of possibility, I should say. But Dignitas there. Look at Henka just picking up shots left and right. Oh, goodness gracious.
I was going to say.
Dropping over to Nure here, as he will instead linger on the outsides of A and see if his teammates are going to be spawning up on him. He does get one teammate actually spawning 2. So now they're going to begin to push here. Syph's anticipating pressure coming from that back hallway there, as Nure is going to have to figure out what he wants to do. Is he going to go right through this mid hall? Yes, he is. Tom is going to get picked off, finding one in front of him. That's not going to do much for him here. Hopping over to Henka. Henka gets picked up. Looking over to Jaquili. Jaquili putting shots over to taking out Drunks. Finding another one's going to be Syph, but that's not going to matter all that much as he gets picked up as well. Back on over to Nure. Let's see what he's going to do.
Well, Nure right now just waiting for a little bit of support from his teammates. You see him jump on that flag, trying to get it. He's looking the right way as well. Someone is going to drop down. Is he going to go for the challenge? He's going to be to your left, Nure. Look that way. He shouldn't. Oh, he didn't manage to pick it up. There was actually 2 players challenging him there, so really not much he could do. Meanwhile, there is actually going to be Henka, who's jumped on towards that flag. You can see that B flag flashing away there. It looks like Dignitas are going to get control of it as we hop on board with Tom.
Yeah, aAa, they need to be the ones on the attack here because they're down right now 191 to 111. It's actually going to be a 20-point lead in the favor of Dignitas here, and they might be able to, close this one out. Now, remember, guys, these games are going to be super close, so that deficit that you're going to end up seeing at the half is going to be very low, right? You're probably going to end up seeing someone like, +8,
Yeah.
I do not think we're going to see one of those +106s happen again. Because someone actually said, and big shout out to my boy Darkness429 actually on Twitter, big fan of his, and he was bringing up, he was like, I'm not entirely sure, how it works. And this is something that has been done before, in other competitive titles as well. I mean, of course, you and I coming from a Call of Duty background, are familiar with the fact that the way the domination is played out in that particular game mode, you play both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Right? You have to play, both sides. It's fair that way, right? Because, sometimes...
It keeps it as competitive as possible.
Well, but sometimes you get a favorable spawn.
That's
you know what I mean? Which is definitely not something that you don't want to say like, oh, the only reason why you won is because you won the favorable spawn. So, in the way that these teams are playing out, these games have been so insanely close here, but Scythe making his way in, finding one, looking around the side, and that was not going to happen as Masu was going to be there for the cleanup there. Raiden gets picked off as well. Enox by himself.
Got some work to do right now, to be honest with you. See, he's actually managed to capture that flag, and that is going to keep aAa in it for now.
Yeah,
so they only have that A flag. They're trying to jump on the B flag as well, so take nothing away from them just yet. But that lead, 105 to 51. Dignitas, they are coming out the block strong. Bear in mind, aAa have already played today. Dignitas is their first game. They've only been warming up.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the way that they were doing it before was we were gonna actually broadcast all 6, but if we'd be here until like 4 a.m. if that was the case.
That'd be a late night. We need the tents out and everything.
Yeah, we us casters, right? No, I'm kidding. We need our beauty sleep. No, I'm just purely joking. Obviously, casting. Do. Well, I do. I get grumpy. I get grumpy.
You are very grouchy individual.
You better stop disrespecting me. I don't appreciate that.
I love you. We'll go get you some of that. What was it called?
Oh, the Skagen. Skagen.
Again, apologies if you
delicious.
Haven't offended anyone.
Anyway, all right. So 97 to 41 here, Benson. Can aAa come back into this one, reclaim the lead, and get the W? No. You think Dignitas has it locked down?
I think Dignitas, the way they're playing this game right now.
You're just pandering to the Twitch chat.
I am not doing anything as such. I mean, right now, when you have Masu 18 and 13, as well, Warlu 12 and 5, these guys are putting up some big numbers. And again, those kills that they're getting on the board, they're big kills. They're not just random kills. They're on these objective points. Having said that, though, aAa do have control of A and B. Now what I'm curious to see is exactly how Dignitas is going to reply. You can see they have a favorable spawn to try and capture the B flag, and it's looking like that's what they're really going to try and do. As I think it's actually, it's Chiquili. He's going to be that one player from Dignitas just trying to put down some pressure. However, aAa in tune have responded. And it's looking like they have some great defensive work set up.
Can we talk about Tom going big here, by the way? If he was able to get this double, shots exchange. He's managing to stay alive here. Play's going to creep around the corner. It's going to be Masu able to secure that one. That's going to be a big win there for Tom, as that's going to stop any kind of attack that they were going to try and build up here. Now taking a look, you can see as Drunk's going to be watching the outside here, outside hill. And you have on the chase Tom. I don't agree with this because this could open up the spawn here for Dignitas if they're not careful.
Yeah, he does just need to be a little bit careful of that. However, you can see where Dignitas have spawned. Now it's going to be a bit of pressure on Drunks. He's going to need to go big for his team. Tom should pick up a kill there in the kill feed. You should see, but Drunks meanwhile shuts down one. Can he find the second? They're going to be all around. There's going to be 3 in front of him as well. He is going to pick up the 3. No, he's not. Shut down, and that is a huge kill coming in from Henke, but his teammate is going to come in and clean up. That was actually Scythe managing to go big there for aAa. And Alex, I may have spoke too soon. aAa, they are coming flying back into this game.
Yeah, but you know what, Benson? They are dropping like flies, though, and they got to be careful about this one. Of course, they are going to be there for the pickups, and it seems like B is getting contested here, as this game is only within 10 tickets of one another. Dignitas, they're falling down as aAa is pushing their way in. They are going to be able to cap B here, and that is going to be able to give them some kind of advantage, as Fnatic, or excuse me, as Dignitas begin to go on the bleed. Players are going to be spawning in the back there. Enox, not enough as he gets cleaned up.
Dignitas are going to have to put some real pressure on aAa now, highlighting that A flag on board with Raiden. He's been a player to watch for this aAa lineup. Not had the best of games right now, but looking at him to go big in the closing couple of seconds. You can see 33 to 37. The lead the Dignitas had is slowly being chunked away. We have a tied game at this point.
Oh my goodness.
This is going to be such a crazy ending. You can just see it already. I'm having a look at that map and I'm seeing exactly where Dignitas are spawning.
Oh, Raiden's going to find two in front of him. He's going to tip one out. There's going to be Chico, but Masu's going to be there for the cleanup. And now that is going to put things in the back of Drunk. Drunk is also going to get cleaned up too. That means there's going to be a lot of pressure coming around by A. You're going to hop on board with Enox here. He gets cleaned up. That's not going to be good for him as Syph is going to continue to hold down C. Tom making his way inside as well, but that's not going to matter all that much. Jumping over to Raiden now. Let's see what Raiden, what he can do. He's going to find one player across from him. It's going to be Masu. Shots exchange. Big shots from him. 24 to 25, 23 to 25 as a matter of fact, as aAa have managed to come back into this one. Benson, great hip fire from Raiden as he was able to clear him up there. Oh my goodness, aAa could very well come back and take the W. This is insane.
This is crazy, and you have to give Syph massive credit. He recognized as soon as they were losing that B flag, he rotated all the way to C, managed to grab it, and right now you can see it's going to be Dignitas. They're capping B, they're capping C. However, aAa have replied there on that A flag. And someone is going to need to track back for Team Dignitas. They only have 9 tickets remaining. I'm looking at someone from their team to go big. They only have Charlie flag as well. So they're going to need to be very, very aggressive right now. Raiden is finally going to get shut down. This is crazy close.
This is what happens when Enox's PC doesn't freeze. He goes 20 and 12, Benson, and he absolutely dominates 22 to 3. aAa have managed to come back into this game. That is going to do it all wrapped up for the first half. Oh my goodness, a 22-point lead. Oh my goodness, that is just insane. That is
crazy is what that is. And look at that shot there. You can see the players.
Those are the 3D Max boys.
They are just grinding out. And obviously they're in a game of their own, but you have to say.
Oh, look at those handsome devils.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey guys. How's it going?
Boo. How you doing?
Good to see you. All right. Well, glad you could join us. But my goodness, man. I mean, what a game. aAa just coming up huge on that one.
I genuinely can't believe they were able to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, Dignitas, as I said, they had control of the game. That was theirs to lose. And, well, they definitely lost it.
Big player to watch in that Dignitas roster going into the second half is definitely going to be Masu, 23-20 on that last game with 4,600 points. And also on the other side, Walu actually with 5,600 points, definitely getting in there, pushing the objective, getting a lot of points on that one. On the other side, though, looking at Enox and the crew, I mean, aAa, they're hot right now.
Crazy game from those guys. I mean, going into that second side, who do you reckon is going to be the team that comes out strong and takes this?
I don't know, man. I'm going to have to go aAa. That's personally my perspective on it. But all right, guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have the second side of this awesome game here between aAa and Dignitas. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you in a bit.
AMD is always trying to push the bar of what graphics can be in gaming.
I like your style, dude.
Hey everyone, and welcome back here to the Dreamhack Winter 2013 Open. Golden Boy here alongside Benson, and we hope you guys are having a great time because I know I am. I'm having a blast. I actually saw someone on the Twitch chat say something, Ben. He said, these casters jump the gun a lot. Of course, he wasn't talking about me, without a doubt, because I knew. I have foresight. Yeah, you jumped the gun on that one, buddy. You said, you were like, oh, no, it's about all wrapped up here for aAa. They're not able to come up with the W.
All right, okay. First of all, never do that again. That's offensive to everyone watching the Twitch stream that's European. Second of all, I said Dignitas. We're going to go on and take it. And to be fair, they really should have done. It was a big play that came in from a big play that came in from Scythe, in my opinion. He recognized that they were losing that B flag, and he rotated all the way outside to the C flag helipad, managed to get that flag, and that was arguably the play which actually gave aAa the victory.
Yeah, I mean, I understand completely, but there's the aAa boys right there, drunk, as you can see, Raiden as well. And I mean, these guys, they're feeling good. And also, you can see the madness that is Dreamhack. Look at that. Look at that guy. We're just following that random dude. He's just walking around there. No, seriously though. aAa, they have been on the money. I mean, the comeback is real when it comes to this team. They're just constantly communicating. Yep. You can clearly tell that they are making great rotations and picking up on where other teammates, if a teammate gets taken out, someone's there for the pickup. And that's the kind of play I like to see here, especially at Dreamhack. It's awesome. Well,
let's not forget aAa going into the second side with a 22-point lead. I mean,
that's right.
That is... It's nothing, really. I mean, when you think about it, it's very
it really is. And by the way, just so you guys know, you can take those 22 tickets and add it to that 200. That will give you the grand total of what they have here. So, again, playing both sides, so it's fair for both.
To kick things off, it looks like Dignitas, they've secured that B flag, and they have also managed to get the Charlie flag as well. So aAa, off the break, not starting as strong as we are used to seeing them. And I'm interested to see on board with Dignitas Nurre, see if he can try and make some plays for his team. Just needs to, for now, play a little bit defensive. Doesn't need to risk anything too much. Dignitas do have more map control at this point.
Yeah, Nure is actually hanging back here. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's going to have a teammate there on the flank. It is going to be Masu, able to pick up one. That was going to be a big pickup for him. Another one's going to be right on top of that hill there. He's going to have a teammate there for pickup. There's going to be one red Dorito right in front. Masu's going to push up, and no, he's actually going to drop back here. 3 members of Dignitas are going to be on the outside. Masu's going to get cleaned up, though, and that's not going to be a good look for him, as his teammate Quilly is going to be able to pick up the stop.
That was actually Enox who was on the helipad there, causing a little bit of problems for Team Dignitas. Is for now aAa with control over Bravo and Charlie.
They're going for the trip.
They're going to go straight for it. They're not going to waste any time about it. As right now, Drunks is going to be the guy to watch.
Well, they ended up losing C. I apologize. They weren't going to go for the trip on that one. They ended up losing C, but they are going to be able to contain him on the outside. I mean, Ben, this is looking great here for this team.
This is looking very good indeed, as Drunks is able to take down one player. You see him making his way towards C. Knew there was going to be someone up there. Still got taken out, though. Not much you could do. Scythe, meanwhile, is going to actually go for the revive. Actually managed to pick him up. Are they going to be able to put more pressure down on the C flag? They know Raiden is going to be up there for aAa. And it looks like, for now, Scythe is just going to back off.
Yeah, they ended up losing B, too. They went for that push, that 2-man push, to make their way over to C. And then they ended up giving up their B positioning. But they do have A and C still in their possession. If we take a look here at tabletop, there's going to be one player there from Dignitas, Walu. Let's actually see what he's going to do here, taking, sending out some nades in his direction. They are going to go for the contestment, finding 2 players right behind this wall. It's going to be Tom. He's going to find one for the cleanup. And around the corner, and yes, he is going to find Enox as well. And that is going to be a great stop there. Another one right behind that wall. Nade flying in. It's going to be Raiden. He's going to lose about half health on that one. And Walu is going to be there leading the charge, picking up that cap there on A. C will be left for the boys over at aAa. Dignitas on the money right now.
However, having said that, B flag is currently being taken away from them by aAa. Looking at Walu to try and make some plays towards that flag. 4-1 right now, having a great game so far. However, aAa are able to pick it up, and Dignitas do have themselves the lead. However, it's such a fragile lead at this point. And let's not forget, obviously, Team aAa have that plus 22 advantage from that first side.
That's right, and let's see what Walu is going to do. Finding one player in front of him. He's going to find a double as well. Now they might go for the third. Go for the third. Oh, he gets taken out, and that's going to be unfortunate. But Walu just making noise already as Dignitas, they are going to be losing their lead here, and it will get all tied up. If you're an aAa fan, this is the time for you to get excited because at this point in time, they're tied the game, so this is definitely in the favor of them. But beyond that, that plus 22 that's glaring right overhead, you can see it. aAa is looking great.
Looks great indeed, as right now Masu for Dignitas is going to need to try and make some plays. You can see on that overhead right there exactly what is going on as Masu just taking his time, sees Scythe in front of him, decides not to go for the fight there. He looks like he's just trying to bait him in a little bit. If he
Played slow.
If he peeks now, he should actually see him, but he's just got himself essentially trapped for a couple of moments, waiting for his teammates to come in and try and give him some support.
Yeah, let's see what Masu's going to do here. Of course, taking a look, there is going to be 2 members. Masu pushing up. He did hear some footsteps, bear that in mind. And he is going to find Scythe. That's going to be a connection there. Picking up Scythe, getting that 100. It's going to be a good look for him. Oh, shots from behind, and Enox is going to be there for the pickup.
Thought for a minute there he was going to get himself turned on. Wasn't to be that time, as right now Murray, he's going to be the player on your screen, currently 6 and 6, looking at trying to be a bit aggressive towards either the A or C flag. A is only 50 meters away, so that would be the one I'd be going to. However, that is exactly where aAa are spawning, so he is going to need to just be a little bit cautious. Has the helipad, of course, to his right-hand side, and it looks like he's trying to get behind enemy lines. Cause a little bit of mischief, gets tagged from the left and right, manages to just dive and get out of there. Nice plays coming from him.
I wouldn't
even.
I wouldn't challenge.
You're not going to win that gunfight on someone on a head glitch. It just doesn't end well. As Raiden says, thank you very much for the easy kill.
Yeah, I wouldn't have challenged that gunfight there. That wouldn't have been the best situation in my opinion. But in any case, so Walu's going to be hanging out by B as C and A will go for the possession of the boys over in aAa. They are continuing to hold this one down. Look for Enox actually pick up a couple here. He's going to find one. He's going to go for this triple. He might go for it. No! Walu's going to be there for the pickup as we jump over to Drunk.
Right now, has himself a little bit of a gunfight. There's going to be 2 players there. 3 players there. He just got completely outnumbered. Nothing he could really do. Unfortunate for him. Scythe, he's going to be on your screen for now. But look at Enox's score. 13 and 7, Golden Boy. He's having a blinding start to this second side. And it's worth mentioning as well, aAa 146 to 113. Add on that 22 ticket lead as well. It's looking very good if you're aAa fan.
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, they can continue to hold this one down and they can take the W. They do have B and C in their possession. Dignitas is going to be on the back foot. Taking a look at some statistics here. Walu at 2,800, 2,870 as a matter of fact. Drunk playing objective amazingly, 3,245. So that just gives you an idea. I mean, defense, you know, you're talking about points for defending, talking about points for capturing. That shows you that they are playing the objective because, yeah, you can get a lot of points for slaying, but when you play the objective, you get even more points.
Oh, absolutely. As now, I'm very curious to see how Dignitas are going to try and pull themselves back into this game. I want to have a look at Walu. He's 10 and 5 right now. For Team Dignitas, he has a lot of work to do though, because you can see it's aAa with control over the Alpha and Bravo flag. He's got himself into a bit of a defensive position, to be fair to him. He just wants to ensure they don't lose that C flag. That being their home flag, they can't afford to lose that. Otherwise, aAa, they're just going to storm away with this game.
Yeah, and you can see here in the overhead what exactly is going on. I mean, yeah, they can have C. It's like, yeah, go ahead, enjoy it. You know, have fun at C. You can stay there all day if you want. But honestly, like, Henka gets cleaned up here. We might actually see Jaquili actually move in. He's going to find one player to the side. It's going to be Tom. He gets cleaned up as well. Nude is going to be the last man left alive here in the squad, able to get that 1 kill. His teammates are going to be spawning on him, which is going to give him an opportunity to make some noise here, perhaps. But 79 to 140, Dignitas, they seem to be, this one seems to be escaping them here.
It does. And aAa, they're playing it pretty perfectly for now. Just as you said, they have no reason at all to push that Charlie flag. They don't need it. However, the B flag is currently being taken. Someone for Dignitas was on there, immediately got wiped out. Scythe taking care of business for aAa on that Bravo flag. That's pretty much what he's been doing all game. Still with Nore for now. As soon as he tried to turn that corner, he got wiped out. However, the Alpha flag, that is being taken by Team Dignitas.
All right, well, let's see. Tom is actually going to be right in front of Jaquili, and Jaquili's going to be able to pick up one. It's going to be Tom around the corner, going for the double, able to seal the deal on Raiden before getting cleaned up. And it seems like they are going to be able to secure A. B and C are also going to be contested as well, Benson. Bear that in mind.
This could be a dig. Oh, I was going to say, it could have been a trip cap.
No, it wasn't a trip cap. But Walu's going to do everything he can to stay alive here. Although he does get cleaned up, jumping over to Nuhe here. Finding one. It's going to be a squad assist, count as a kill. They have A in their possession. They need to go down to B. Remember, if they go below 22 points, that is pretty much going to do it. GG between these two teams in this first matchup.
That pressure on Team Dignitas now. They need to try and start making some plays. And if they're going to make plays, they need to grab that B flag. Meanwhile, A has been taken as soon as Dignitas jumped on that B flag. aAa replied immediately by hopping on the A flag. Dignitas just need to be doing a little bit better at holding onto their flags because it seems every time they grab a flag, they'll sort of lose it almost immediately.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can't really give that up. I mean, yeah, they're going after B. They might be able to make it here. It is going to be neutralized, but never mind. Seems like aAa is able to secure that one. Henka, though, on your screen, finding some players down at the bottom. It's going to be Enox for one. Moving down, looking around the corner. No one's going to be there for the challenge. Another one right near him. And Henka has to stay alive here.
Doing his best, hopping around that B flag.
That's what you got to do, man.
Just wants to try and regain a little bit of health. He went all the way down to 28 HP before he had to back off. Did eventually get taken down as aAa looking at trying to put this out of reach. As you said, if Dignitas drop below 22 points, that is going to be all she wrote for game number 1 here in this best of 3.
And they're trip capped.
Dignitas and aAa,
they just got trip capped. Oh my goodness. aAa is on a run, and although they do manage maybe to flip A, really, B and C going to them at this point. That is going to do it. GG. It is 22 points here, and aAa is going to be able to come up big with the W. It is mathematically impossible for this team to come up with the win. My goodness, though, what a game from aAa. They're just all over the place, Benson.
They were doing everything right. They couldn't have played that better. You know, when they had 2 flags, they didn't rush it. They didn't rush for a trip cap, which you see a lot of teams try and do. They panic in essence. They want to try and build a bigger lead as possible, but aAa, they didn't do any of that. They just contained the 2 flags they held, and they forced the spawn for Team Dignitas to just be way away from either of them. And you have to give aAa a lot of credit. I mean, looking at the kills column, Enox, 18 and 12. Drunks, 18 and 8. Tom, 17 and 12. I mean, just a fantastic performance all around from this aAa.
Yeah, and on the other side, Dignitas, so they did fight valiantly. Masu, 17 and 5. Big objective play out of Walu, as well as 4,144 points. But again, it just was not enough. And that is pretty much going to wrap things up here between these two teams. Still a very hard-fought battle in this first game, but we have another one coming up right after this. While, of course, time is going to be dwindling down, you know, we just got to point out at this point it is mathematically impossible, even if by some miracle they were able to beat them 107 tickets to 1, it's not going to matter at this point. There you have it.
Game finally just comes to a close, and that was a 107 ticket lead. That was...
aAa dominated.
That's a bit of a chunk. I mean, obviously you add on the 22 ticket lead as well from earlier on from that first side. That's a fair lead that aAa had against Dignitas.
That's right. There you can see the stats between these two teams. Drunk had a big game. Let's see if he's going to be able to replicate that same success in game number 2. Not entirely sure, guys. Let us know in the chat what you think. Who's going to come up with the W? You can also let us know on Twitter. You can use the hashtag Team Dignitas, or you can use the hashtag Team aAa, and that will actually, vote on who you think is going to be able to take the W. We
Pretty
actually
cool feature.
You know, it's not bad.
Pretty nifty.
Pretty nifty. Really nifty. In any case, though, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, oh, wait, no commercial. I was told no commercials, no mercy. They just straight up told me no commercials.
Wow.
He was just like, bro, no commercials.
Wow.
You're
keep on going.
You're going to keep on talking, bro, and it's going to end. But, man, Dignitas just could not seem to get their bearings together on that last one.
No, it was pretty tough for them, and you have to give credit to aAa, though. There was nothing Dignitas did wrong, necessarily. It was just the fact that aAa were just on form. And again, you know, I brought it up, aAa have already played earlier on today. Whether that's playing a bit of a part, you know, have Dignitas warmed up properly? Who knows?
I don't know, man. I mean...
Well, you were stood there speaking to the guys from Dignitas.
Yeah, they were really confident. I mean, they felt great. And, you know, the guys over in aAa, they felt like, you know what, they felt they should have gotten that win off of Fnatic. So honestly, I don't blame aAa for coming out guns blazing here. They're not having any drops or anything like that. These guys, they're feeling good. They're feeling confident.
Yeah, confident indeed. The team's just getting ready. You see a little bit of Dreamhack as well in that shot. All the bring your own console, or bring your own computer rather, is crazy. The BYOC here is kind of off the chain. 4 holes.
Looking at it from that perspective, it's kind of unreal.
That's such a good shot.
You walk down and look, you can actually see people with lights.
Look at that! It's like Christmas lights.
Yeah, so like
spirit.
people decorate
like
their area, which
like
I think is pretty cool. Yeah, man, it's great. I think it really just speaks to the gamer culture, man. Here at Dreamhack in Sweden, best internet apparently.
Yeah,
in Sweden.
Sweden has Godnet.
The Godnet, they have Godnet.
As we like to call it. Anyone in Europe who's had the privilege of gaming against a Swede will tell you it's GodNet.
Okay, well, that's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. So I don't know if the teams are ready to go just yet. It seems like no one actually is in the lobby. So, and I think actually judging from the jib shot, it seemed like the aAa guys ended up running to the bathroom.
They running.
They probably went to the toilet, as you guys say, toilet. You don't say bathroom.
Restroom.
Okay, restroom. I think we can find an even.
Exactly. That's why I'm always working for that middle ground.
I'm always with you on the middle ground.
Okay.
I'm with you on the middle ground. All right, so we're going to go to a quick break. When we come back, we are going to have the continuation of this amazing series between aAa and Fnatic. Who do you think is going to come out on top? Make sure you guys get social about it on Twitter, talk about it on the chat, talk about it on Reddit. You know all that good stuff. We'll see you on the other side. Welcome back, everyone, to Dreamhack. Golden Boy alongside Benson. We have Game 2. It's going to be on Siege of Shanghai coming up next between aAa and Dignitas. aAa, of course, they ended up winning the first game in dominating fashion, going plus 22 on the first half of that Operation Locker matchup.
Usually.
Flip sides ended up winning 107 or 106 or something like that.
It was a big lead by the end.
Just brutal, absolutely brutal. But let's see if Dignitas is going to be able to answer back. Like Ben had pointed out, that was like the first time that Dignitas actually got to hop on the keyboard and mouse and get things going. So perhaps that could be a different case here. But look at this. B already captured, of course, because of the spawns by Dignitas, as they're going to own A and B. And they are going to have a full flank around the side here by aAa.
Yeah, it's a bit of an OP spawn, won't lie. But who do you want to have a look at? I want to give Dignitas some stream loving.
I want to give him some love, but I do want to see if Syph and the crew are going to be able to cap A, and they are moving in. So, yes, they are getting A, and it seems like no one has been able to respond just yet from this aAa crew, or from this Dignitas crew.
Syph has Henker in his sights. Going to throw that grenade over. Oh, he's going to have Henker very weak indeed. However, with just 34 HP, decides he wants to back out. Syph just taking his time. Yet to actually pick up a kill so far. And look at the dominance from this aAa lineup. They have A, they have B, and they're kind of like, oh, well, they were going for C. Unfortunately, didn't able to grab that. But still, the dominance from aAa off the bat, you know, from everything we've seen so far today. Straight off the spawn, they don't waste any time. I mean, Dignitas had that B flag straight away.
Yeah,
it was immediately there.
aAa was able to give up on C because of how far that flag is in comparison to B and A. You know, but it seems like they are going to be forced here to have to make moves and go after A, as actually Enox is going to be on the possession. Walu's going to be right in front. He's going to be a little low on health, and he was able to clean that one up, working with some teammates. They are going to be able to get C. Now, here's the thing. A and B, realistically, I mean, you can't go on the rooftops here, by the way. Rooftop, you can't go on the roofs, it's banned, right? So, because the roof it's like a very dominating, as if you guys play pubs, you know it is insane.
A powerhouse.
It
really
so,
is.
A, you can't go on top of the rooftop there, so that makes kind of holding C and B difficult. you know, or
Yeah.
because you know you have to bear in mind that it's like now you don't have that roof overhead anymore. You can't just move straight between both of them. So it's gonna have to, you know, you're gonna have to run a little bit more, you know, through the environment. But in any case, here taking a look, 172 to 174. What do you have on your end, Ben?
You know, right now, I'm just looking at how Dignitas is going to try and kind of come back because it is aAa with control. And, you know, you look at Dignitas off spawn, they were in control. And really, it was only Masu who was causing a little bit of problems there. Henka, 5-1. He played it a little bit more passively than anybody else. I believe, actually, did one Dignitas player just drop out?
Seems like a Dignitas player ended
That
up.
was Masu, actually.
Yeah, that's not going to be good here. Hopefully, it's a game freeze, not a PC freeze. If it's a game freeze, he'll be back within like the next minute. So that'll be good for him. But we'll see if Dignitas is going to be able to hold this one down here and get A. So Dignitas does have A. Let's actually take a look at the tabletop here and see what's going on for Dignitas. All right, so they got A, and it seems like they might try and make moves over to get B. There are going to be a couple members there in the vicinity as we jump over to Nure. Let's see what he's going to do. Nure ends up dying. Back over to Wallow.
The problem they have is they just don't have that map control. It's what aAa did in that last map and did it so well. They just kept Dignitas pinned just on that one flag, and it looked like it was just a minor game freeze. Masu is, in fact, back in the game. Good news if you are a Dignitas fan. The question is, though, how can they use Masu to try and capture one of these flags? Because right now, it is all aAa in terms of map control as Walu trying to make some plays. He's going to get taken out from the side, and that's going to put a stop to any adventurous little B flank that he was trying to play.
All right, well, let's see what's up with Masu as he came right back into the action here. Looking around the corner, not finding anyone. They're pinned right now at A. They are pinned, and they cannot seem to get out, and they keep on spawning back there, and they need to be able to get 1 or 2 kills. So they're able to take out Tom, but someone could be there right away for a revive, so that could be the possibility there. Enox is going to be right on the other side of this one here as Masu tries to go for it. Shots fired, nothing from that. Henka on your screen. Now they might go after B here, which it seems like they are going to be able to get it. So this is going to be a good look here for Dignitas as B and C are currently going to be contested, and B will go to A. A ended up losing a player too. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, aAa one man down momentarily. That may actually explain why the flag was captured from Dignitas. 162 to 126. A is being taken, and it's being taken away from Dignitas. So aAa saying we don't even need our 5th man, don't even worry about it. We'll take A, but you know the trade-off for that is they may actually lose C. Sorry, B.
Yep, and see here, Dignitas now, they are going to be able to get B. C is actually getting flipped here. A, of course, in the possession of aAa.
aAa just needs to hold on to that A flag until that 5th man. Well, I say that, with 4 men, they managed to cap A and C. Really, even though they have a player down, keeping that pressure on Dignitas, forcing Dignitas now to make some moves.
Yeah, it seems like aggression is definitely very, you know, is rewarded in BF4. You know, if you're trying to like stay back and play a little bit more passive, chances are you could get cleaned up if you're not careful. So that seems to be the case here. Jaquili's going to be in a gunfight, of course, and there will be some players by B. And oh, he's going to find a player next to him. That's going to be Tom. He manages to clean him up. And aAa, despite it all, managing to, you know what, still cap and still make this a very competitive game.
They've managed to hold on to that C flag. Question is now, though, Dignitas, can they smell blood? Are they willing to really start making some moves, or do you reckon they're just going to sit back with their A and B flag? I mean, realistically, they can hold it like this, and they can just try and slay down AAA, but, you know, Dignitas, I don't know, man. I don't know. Even though aAa have a man down at this point, I still don't think Dignitas are looking overly strong.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have that, you know, they have the bleed going on here, so
That definitely helps.
you know, I mean, so long as they continue to pin them down here, but so long as they continue to pin them down, this could very well be a W. But man, I mean, Enox just is not missing, and they're going after B. It seems like Enox might be making his way over to C, and they hold it. They hold C, so they're going to be able to get B and A, or B and C, excuse me. A is going to pin them all the way back there. I can't believe Dignitas. They still can't come out here. They lost Raymond. You know, I mean, I don't even know.
This is gonna be a big play coming from Enox right now. The C flag is being taken away from him. He needs to go big for his team. He's got 1 player to his left, 1 to his right. Walu comes in big, cleans him up, and that again is gonna pin aAa down just to that B flag. And it looks like it was actually a PC crash for one of aAa's players.
Yeah, that's not going to be good. Yeah, That sucks, but you know what, man? Despite it all, they're managing to make this one to a highly competitive game. Unfortunately, though, the trip cap is going to happen here as B is going to get contested as all the members of aAa got cleaned up. Now they're going to be making their way over to C. This could be the opportunity that aAa was looking for to just make their way back into this and go right after B yet again and start that bleed. But man, this has just been such a close game. Despite it being 4v5, you got to give aAa credit, man. They are just on the money.
They really are. Right now, it's Enox pushing towards that B flag. He's going to run into two Dignitas players. They're going to clean him up like it was nothing. However, what can Tom do? He's going to be the player on the Bravo flag for aAa. He's managed to get it neutral. Can he try and get the cap? That's going to be the question. He has it 75% of the way through. This could be big plays for aAa. He is going to get that flag as well. And aAa still a man down. Managed to pick up both B and C.
Yep, and they are losing B, though, so let's see if any players are going to be on the run there. That is going to be Drunk in the vicinity. He's able to find a couple players in the area and shooting around here.
They keep Dignitas on the back foot.
Yeah, they really are, man. And at 100 to 92, I cannot believe aAa have managed to still keep this game competitive. I'm still at awe.
They're losing B and C, though, right now.
Yeah, this isn't good here. They need Scythe to absolutely go massive, pick up a couple kills up top. It has been neutralized. Both have been capped.
The trip cap.
The trip cap is real. It's happening. This isn't good here for aAa.
aAa have done so well to hold on. And I'm just looking at our overhead view right now, Golden Boy and aAa. Well, they're definitely in some trouble. They've pinned right at the back of their base. Scythe was trying to get out on that right-hand side. You see the skull and crossbow, and he got taken down. Drunks, realistically right now, he's going to be one of the biggest chances aAa have here, as well as that Enox. He's going to be behind. Enox has been taken down, though. Drunks just needs to try and stay alive for aAa, but you have to remember, whilst all this is going on, that trip cap was still in play.
Yeah, that's right. Although A is being capped right now and C has been neutralized, I don't know who's going after C here. Okay, it is actually going to be Dignitas going after A. Drunk is going to get cleaned up, and now they're going to be spawning back A. Tom advancing forward, finding one player. This could be an opportunity for them. Henka's going to be around the corner here, and it's going to be a stop as Tom will get control, but he gets cleaned up. Enoch's going to be the last person left alive. Raiden's back into the action here. I hope he might be able to do something about this.
Well, he was playing very well before he unfortunately had a PC issue.
Oh, man, and Enox ended up having an issue too.
Just as we say that, Enox gets... I think that must have been... Was it
I saw him. I saw it. That looked like a game freeze. Oh, what happened to Enox? But we'll find out. We'll find out. Hopefully this isn't something that plagues throughout the weekend. But you know, we'll see as aAa still keeping this one to be a highly competitive matchup within 20 points here. 20 tickets, actually. Scythe finding a player, playing a little ring around the rosy around the corner, able to clean up Walu.
Big question, though, is can aAa hop on another objective point? That's going to be it. If they can't, then, to be honest, just clinging into this game by kills isn't going to matter at all. Having said that, they are now actually on the Alpha flag. I believe that's Tom trying to make some plays over on that side. C flag is being taken away from them, though. So that, again, is that trade-off, and that's what happens when you have that fifth play. But Enox is back in the game, and aAa are looking at trying now to make some big plays against Team Dignitas.
This could be the opportunity they were looking for, Benson. Of course, they got to stop this trip cap quickly, because if they do not, they could cost them big time here. And now looking around the side and see what's going on with Tom. Doesn't manage to find one player in front of him. It's going to be Nure as well as Henka. Tom looking here. He knows that the player's going to go for the flank.
Needs to jump on that B flag, though. As you see, Tom actually, for aAa, he's going to be the player that's going to go for it.
Oh, I love this play.
This is very sneaky. He has the flag neutral now. Can he try and get it in possession of aAa? This is going to be big for them. They could actually start themselves a bit of a comeback into this game. They now have B. They now have C. Dignitas off spawn. This could be big for Tom. Picks up one. Can he find the second in Wally? Yes, he can. There's going to be one more player on the left-hand side. Not going to happen. He does get shut out, but that is big play. And that's actually going to be aAa now going for that trip cap. They have A neutralized. They're also going to be able to cap it as well. Dignitas, they're on the back foot now. This is unbelievable play from aAa.
If Dignitas gives this one up, I mean, granted, you know, aAa was down. They've been looking dominant throughout the entire matchup here between these two teams, but it is just absolutely mind-blowing, Benson, that aAa was able to trip cap it, and now we could end up seeing aAa come back into this one. It is going to be 53 to 33 at this, 53 now to 33, a 20-ticket lead for Dignitas. Let's see if Scythe can continue to hold down B. Taking a look at the tabletop here, seeing what is going down here between these two teams. You have A and B in contention mode, and all the players are going to be spawning out here by C.
All aAa need to do at this point is hold on to A and hold on to B. They do not need to push for that trip cap. It's unnecessary. You don't want to risk changing up the spawns. You don't want to give Dignitas the chance to get a decent spawn. You need to make sure that you have those players pinned back, and that is exactly what they are doing. Scythe right now, he's defending that B flag like a champ, and look at that, Dignitas, their score is getting lower and lower. It's about to become an even game. I did not think I would be saying that, considering how big Dignitas' leader was, and now they've actually decided to go for the trip cap, and look at this, Scythe being so aggressive.
Oh!
He's managed to pick up one, got the assist on the second. This is unreal play.
Going to be there with his teammate. There's going to be a player around the corner, and he is going to get cleaned up. Raiden now jumping over to him. He's going to be watching around by C. So they managed to get C. They are losing B control, though. They are losing B control, though, Benson. There is going to be one player there. Siphon Company are going to be around the vicinity. Walu's going to get cleaned up. Dignitas back in the lead here. Do go for that revive. They're going to hold this one down. That is going to be a W here if they keep on playing like this, Ben. I cannot. This first half has just been so drama-filled.
And right now, Raiden, he's on the A flag as well for Team aAa, so he's making some moves. Scythe, meanwhile, he's covering that B flag. The trip cap could go in. Dignitas desperately trying to capture that C flag. You can see it all on your overhead view, 28-10. This is a surreal game from Team aAa. How they've managed to do this. They held on for so long with 4 players. Now Dignitas, they are just... It's panic city for them. They don't know what to do. You can tell by the minimap they had no idea that this comeback was going to happen. Having said that, they have neutralized the B flag. Dignitas as well. They've actually lost a player. It's worth mentioning is this is just all craziness right at the end of this game.
Of course, bear in mind also the tickets come into play. So if they end up losing 2 players, 2 tickets, 1 ticket remaining here for Dignitas, and that is going to do it. aAa have managed to win the first half 26-0.
That is just... That's crazy.
Wow.
That is. That should not. That should not happen.
That game was very dramatic. Let's just put it like that. That was just like.
That was only the first side as well.
I think there were moments where we were just like, oh no, the pressure. aAa, they were looking so good, and then I don't know. It just got real very fast.
I feel it. 26-0 lead aAa have as well. They won that first map as well earlier on, quite convincingly. But considering aAa were playing with just 4 people.
Yeah.
For so long in that game, they held on. They didn't lose hope. And then out of nowhere, Dignitas found themselves trip caps, and aAa pick it up. I'm speechless.
It is absolutely insane. All right, guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we come back, the second half is going to be played between these 2 teams. Can aAa close it out and get that 2-0 victory over Dignitas, or will Dignitas force a Game 3? Find out after the break.
AMD is always trying to push the bar of what graphics can be in gaming.
I like your style, dude.
is always trying to push the bar of what graphics can be in gaming.
I like your style, dude.
Welcome back, everyone, to Dreamhack. Golden Warrior alongside Benson, bringing you Battlefield 4 competition at its finest, as we are going to have aAa going up against Dignitas. aAa ended up winning that last game. I believe it was, what was the deficit on that one?
26-point ticket.
Oh, wow. Sorry, 26-point deficit there. And the server is about to restart here in just a second. But you have to highlight the fact that, you know, obviously it's unfortunate that you have the freezes and, you know, the PC crashes and whatnot. The fact that aAa, despite it all, were able to hold it down.
I don't know how they did it.
It just baffles my mind, man. And it is just great to see. So, of the players there to watch out for, you know, let's see here. I mean, first and foremost, got to highlight Enox. He's just a beast. I mean, honestly, he's just been playing out of his mind. On the other side, you know, not anyone that stood out to me in particular. Walu did pretty good. Nure as well for Dignitas. But aAa, man, they have just been the story in this matchup.
They haven't. It just kind of makes you think, you know, they went toe-to-toe with Fnatic, of course, in that first game. I don't know. They kind of threw it away a little bit. I'm not going to lie. They should have beat Fnatic, and, you know, the players will tell you themselves. They had that game in the bag, but Fnatic just somehow managed to come back and cause a bit of an upset in their eyes. Now aAa in complete control of this series. Obviously, best of 3. They won the first map. They're now sitting pretty with a 26-ticket lead going to the second side. If they allow Dignitas back into this game, we could well see maybe a Dignitas comeback like we did in that first game.
That could be a possibility, but I don't know, man. I feel like aAa, they're on the money right now. I think everyone is, you know, and of course, guys, we're going to be going Siege of Shanghai, just so you guys are aware. You know, of course, Siege of Shanghai was one of the first maps that they showed in Battlefield 4. You got the A site, you have the B site in the middle of the crosswalk there in the street, and C site inside of the mall. You know, I gotta say, I feel as if aAa, if they, I forgot which side spawned which, but if aAa does manage to be able to get a 2-cap right away, I mean, you know, get that bleed going instantly. If they establish that control right away, I don't know how Dignitas, like, I mean, of course, it's a long game, so they can respond and turn perfectly fine, but I don't know, man. I kind of feel like aAa, they're just on top of it, dude. They are. You can't knock it, but...
What I've really been impressed with as well is just the way they've been controlling the map. Not necessarily just the way they've been picking up kills, but when they do have that 2 flag, they make sure they keep that 2 flag just by the way they're rotating around. They're basically just pinning down Dignitas, and it's actually aAa with a favorable spawn. See, they're actually going to spawn with that B flag straight away. So aAa already, you know, they're in control.
Yeah, they do manage to. So let's go ahead and hop into the game. So you can see as soon as the spawn happens. Now this is something that that's pretty funny, but B does get capped right away, and now they're going to be making their way over to A. They get the 2-cap right away, and I think Dignitas, they know this, but they're going to try and force their way through. So let's go ahead, give some love to the Dig fellas and see what they're going to do here.
Well, Dignitas backs against the wall. Going to be on board with Chiquilli. He's 2-0, just to say that cursed him a little bit. He's actually going to take him down. Meanwhile, Masu, well, he's dead as well. Oh, dear me. The curse of the caster is very true in form today. Henke, see if he can try and make some plays. You can see, actually, it's going to be aAa already pushing for that trip cap.
If they are able to get this, that'll be absurd. I mean, they did get B as soon as the game started because of the positioning and the way it's set up there. But Tom is going to be there for the stop, and a trip cap has happened already as aAa have that plus 26-point lead here. Dignitas, they're getting outclassed. but this is an opportunity for them to come back here and get C and just try the best they can to make their way over to B, get that, and, you know, start to bleed there on aAa.
I like that play as well from Waller. It's worth mentioning he allowed his teammates to cap C. He pushed for map control over Wreckage. The question is he going to be able to get it, though, as C flag is being taken away from them once again. aAa, they've come all guns blazing in this second side. You got Enox 4-0, Drunks 3-0, Tom 3-1 as well. And right now, this is just an aAa demolition.
Yeah, they're just on top of it here. We're going to pick 1 kill now as he's going to be making his way over to A. It is going to start to get capped, and we could see yet another trip cap here. I don't know how they're doing it, but if we take a look over at C, Nure is going to get picked off there. And looking over with Henka here, this is going to be the opportunity. So a trip cap for Dignitas, that would be great for them to be able to get things going, but C is going to get relinquished, and Henka is going to be the last person left in that area. He gets cleaned up.
aAa just let it slip a little bit. Their aggression got the better of them, and that allowed Dignitas momentarily to get themselves a trip cap of their own. They've managed to hold A and B, keeping the bleed going. However, that C flag is being taken by them once again. So Dignitas replying in tune, saying, hey, you're not the only guys that can get that trip cap and hold it. We're going to do exactly the same.
Yeah, Masu now is going in to support his teammate as the trip cap is going to happen here. Take a look at the tabletop. Where are the boys in aAa going to move? You have one player actually in the back as Masu gets cleaned up. And now backing over to Nure here. He is going to find a player around him, but you got to talk about this, Ben. I mean, you know, Dignitas, yeah, it was a rocky start, but, you know, that plus 26 glaring overhead on your screen, everyone, that's something you have to factor into this.
Yep.
You know, I just don't know if Dignitas is going to have it within them, but we have been wrong before. Obviously, it has been pointed out by the Twitch chat numerous times. So I don't know, man. I think Dignitas, this is certainly going to go the distance, but you just got to bear in mind it can't go below plus 26. Yeah. If for the aAa boys, if it goes, no, excuse me, for Dignitas, if it goes below plus 26, then it is mathematically impossible for them to come up with a W.
Yeah, they will not be able to do it, but aAa, they're trying to cause a little bit of a ruckus over on that C flag that immediately got shut down. And you have to give Dignitas some credit right now. Jaquili, he's just going to be trying to cover this arcade flag. 17 meters away from me. He's going to see one. That's going to be Scythe. Can he get the kill? Not going to happen. This time backs off as well. Rightfully do so. Looks towards his left. There's Enox. Oof. Lots of kills and action going down. The trip cap once again was implemented by Dignitas. They are just not giving up anything right now.
Yeah, I mean, then that's really what it boils down to here. Looking over at Henka. Henka finding actually one player. It's going to be Tom. Shots exchanged. Going to be Scythe as well. Around the corner, and he's going to get cleaned up. Scythe's going to be there for the pick. But just as we were talking about that before, I mean, Dignitas have been able to, every time one of their teammates gets taken out, Ben, someone's there for the pickup. Yeah. And that is great, right? That is just great communication, great teamwork. And now the bleed, it's happening here for aAa. Although they are going after C, it seems like Dignitas, they're not going to let up, or Dignitas going after C. aAa went after B in turn. They're not letting up, man.
They've managed to hold on to that B flat. The question is,
all down
who
on the
is going to grab C? It's going to be looking like it is going to be aAa. And if they do get that, they will once again start to build themselves a little bit of a lead. Because right now, they are losing the second side. But obviously, when you incorporate that 26-point lead, obviously then they go straight back into in the lead. So pressure still on Dignitas. They held that trip cap for a good amount of time. It's put them straight back in contention with this game. Now the big question is, how are Dignitas going to try and get themselves straight back in it with a 2-flag lead?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty difficult here for either team, and Walu, or excuse me, it's going to be pretty difficult for Dig, but either team, I mean, obviously has the opportunity to take this game. It's just a matter of whether or not Dig is going to be able to just stop them. I mean, I mean, is it trip caps? Like, do you go for trip caps now? You know what I mean? Like, or do you just continue to play the game, you know, the way, you know, like the 2-flight game, Ben? I mean, obviously, I think I know the answer to this, but still, it's
a tough question, especially when you're in the game. Making a call in game is obviously very different than when you're sat here watching it. However, right now, Dignitas only with one flag. aAa trying to get back in control. However, that B flag, there are Dignitas players all around there. It's going to be left down to Walu momentarily, all by himself. Needs to go big for his team here. He's on that B flag. You see his squad actually spawning on him. They should be able to pick up the B flag, and they're going to be able to do it. Nice play. Surely they're going to be able to do it. No, it looks like the contestant is going to come in from the side. Pre-fire needs to come in from Walu. He's going to get taken down, and that is a huge hold from aAa.
Yeah, they actually, while locking yourself in there and using that micro evolution to your advantage is, it's certainly very good. I mean, to be able to give yourself cover, then you back yourself up against a wall, and then you end up seeing that same thing that ended up happening there, where they just got pretty much washed out of that of that crate. That is unfortunate.
It really is, and I'm just looking at the scoreboard right now. Golden Boy Drunks, 17-5 for aAa. He is playing his heart out right now, top fragging the whole lobby, and he is just on form at this point. Meanwhile, it's going to be Henka trying to make some plays for Team Dignitas. See that C flag currently is going to be under contention. So is B. Dignitas needs to pick up B, and it looks like he could actually cap the A flag as well. So Dignitas, although trip cap momentarily, they may be able to get themselves a 2-cap lead. In fact, it could be a 3-cap lead if they can pick up the C flag as well.
Yeah, if they can push up on C here. Let's actually see what's going on. So it only seems like there's going to be one player in the vicinity to make some moves by C. They do manage to get A and B now, as Nure actually did not find those two players around the side there, but he is able to find Drunk, though. Drunk able to get away from those shots. Nure's shot just could not be found there. Lots of pressure going on over by A.
Well, on board with Nure, and just to say that he does actually get taken down, so we'll have a look at Walu. Currently 7-10. Just making his way towards the arcade. Is he going to be able to pick up the Charlie flag? That's going to be the big question. He is on it now. He's going to have a couple of people rushing towards him.
Ooh.
Does see one, decides he doesn't even want to go for the gunfight, responds by throwing a nade of his own. And that was actually a very impressive nade there. Question is he going to get the flag? Yes, he is. And once again, though, Golden Boy, that B flag under the control of the aAa boys. So every time they get a flag, they lose a flag.
It's just
every time.
Yeah, and that they're playing on the back foot. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. They need to be able to hold this down. So look, you can see here they're going after A. They managed to get it, but I wouldn't be surprised if C gets
there you go.
contested. And there you see right there, two players from
every time
aAa are going to be by C. Now they're going to make their way over to B. And then look, the A is going to get contested right here unless they get stopped here. So Walu actually taking some shots from behind.
There's the A flag being contested, so it's just a constant circle. Every time Dignitas try and get on a flag, aAa reply, and this is what they've been doing all throughout the games that we've spectated these guys and casted over today. Every single time they have the lead, they just enforce the lead by rotating around and capping the flag that the enemy team just capped off them. It's such a clever way of winning games of domination. As right now, Dignitas really are on the back foot. They don't have A, they don't have B, and it's going to be down to Nure to just try and lock down that C flag. However, there's also going to be someone else trying to cap the A flag. And remember, this is a very close game, but there is a 26-point lead in favor of aAa as well.
Well, Masu has to go massive here, Benson, because there is going to be contention going down over by C. He is going to need some support from his teammates. Finding one player by the escalator. That's going to be one. Putting down that health pack. Another guy's going to drop it. It's going to be Raiden. He gets picked off. And now it's going to be 55-95 here with 40 tickets separating these players. aAa is just looking phenomenal right now as they could close this one out, Ben. And like we said before, every single time Dignitas gets one, aAa is there for the response, and they pick up another.
Right now, Masu, he's going to get taken down as well. So, on board with Nure, what can he try and do? You can see Dignitas with control over A. It's going to be aAa with control over Bravo and C. That's anyone's grab for now, as someone is actually on that flag. Curious to see who that actually is, but Nure still just needs to hold down from up top position. It looks like it is going to be Dignitas who are going to get control of CA, though. That's being taken away, and this is just, again, highlighting what aAa do so well. The minute they start to lose a flag, they hop on another flag, and they just manage to get it completely uncontested. And right now, it's just strategy. That's all it comes down to. It's just the way these two teams are playing domination, and you have to give aAa the credit.
Yeah, I mean, they're just solid performance out of them. If we go ahead and jump over, I mean, I know Dignitas, they're going to be the ones on the back foot here, but if we jump on board with Raiden here over from aAa, honestly, this is, Raiden ends up getting cleaned up, though. We do have B and C both getting contested now as Syph is going to be moving in for aAa. They do manage to get B. Dignitas making their way over toward A. But again, C and B going over here for these two teams. It's for aAa.
Let's not forget, if Dignitas drop below that 26 ticket mark, they are going to lose the second map and as well lose the best of 3 series. So realistically, although it says 30 on your screen or 29 now, it's actually only 4 points needed, 3 points needed now before it is mathematically impossible. Just one more ticket, and that's going to do it. There it is. That's going to be game. Team aAa, you have to give them credit. They played domination fantastically.
All right, man, just taking a look at the stats here. You know, you got a Drunk 6,300, almost 7,000 points here.
Wow.
Or excuse me, almost not. Well, not almost 7,000. That was
Six
me.
and a half.
Six and a half. Yeah.
Good maths, bro.
Yeah, good maths, definitely. But look at that right there. So almost 6,500 points. Drunk just playing great. 25 kills, 13 deaths. You gotta love it. You gotta love how Drunk came up big here for aAa. This crew definitely getting redemption for what happened in that last matchup against Fnatic.
Yeah, they were definitely not happy when they lost against Fnatic. They have a point to prove, and as well, you know, Dignitas, they were feeling very confident. They were going into this game very, very confident, and aAa, for lack of a better word, have just destroyed them.
That's right, and there you have it. aAa taking the W there. Dignitas, a team that, you know, many consider to be a very strong team going into this matchup, just could not seem to pull it through. We had a lot of Dignitas love in the chat, but love can only get you so much.
Can.
It really, it really can.
That's unfortunate for the Dignitas players. I mean, they put up a great fight, but you know, when you as you address, you know, that scoreboard, Drunks 26 and 14, and again, it's not just random kills; it's kills on the OBJ as well.
Yeah. So aAa looking amazing there as they take their second game, losing the first one to Fnatic. They're going to be 1-1 in the pools, but you know what? I think it's time for us to go to a brief commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have another matchup for you guys. Benson, any last thoughts in regards to that last game?
Just watch out for aAa. They are definitely a team that can hang. You know, we saw them lose a player and still managed to get two times, and still have a 2-cap lead. It's just crazy play from them. I'm really excited to see how they progress in the rest of the tournament.
All right, guys, well, we're going to find out how all this unfolds. Don't go anywhere. Plenty more Battlefield 4 action live at Dreamhack in just a bit. We'll see you in a little bit.
AMD is always trying to push the bar of what graphics can be in gaming.
I like your style, dude.